Welcome to What About 505? We bring you our countdown of the most unforgettable underdog victories in boxing history. These are the moments when the odds were stacked against them, but sheer determination, grit, and heart led these fighters to triumph. From shocking knockouts to legendary comebacks, these underdogs proved that in the ring, anything is possible. As Muhammad Ali once said, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." These underdogs embodied that spirit, showing us that a champion is someone who gets up when he can't, as Jack Dempsey famously put it. And remember, you never lose until you actually give up, in the words of Mike Tyson. Get ready to relive the top 10 most inspiring and unexpected wins that shook the boxing world. Number 10, Jim Braddock vs. Max Baer, June 13th, 1935. Jim Braddock, known as the Cinderella Man, was a former light heavyweight contender who had fallen on hard times during the Great Depression. He was considered a washed-up fighter, struggling to support his family with odd jobs. Max Baer, on the other hand, was the reigning world heavyweight champion, known for his powerful punches and flamboyant personality. Baer was a heavy favorite, with odds of 10, one in his favor. Braddock fought with incredible determination and strategy. He outworked and outboxed Baer for most of the 15 rounds, landing solid jabs and power shots while avoiding Baer's dangerous punches. Baer, who seemed to underestimate Braddock, fought listlessly and failed to capitalize on his opportunities. Braddock's relentless effort and tactical approach earned him a unanimous decision victory, making him the new world heavyweight champion. Braddock's victory was a monumental upset and earned him the nickname Cinderella Man. His story of perseverance and triumph against the odds inspired many and was later immortalized in the 2005 film Cinderella Man. Number 9, Leon Spinx vs. Muhammad Ali, February 15th, 1978. The first fight between Leon Spinx and Muhammad Ali took place on February 15th, 1978. This bout was for the WBA, WBC, and the Ring Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. Leon Spinx, a 10-1 underdog, shocked the world by defeating Muhammad Ali via a split decision, 145, 140, 144, 141, 142, 143. Spinx, with only 8 professional fights under his belt, became the undisputed heavyweight champion, making him the only boxer to take a world title from Ali in the ring. The fight was named the Ring Magazine's Upset of the Year, and the 15th round was named Round of the Year. Number 8, Muhammad Ali vs. Sonny Liston, February 25th, 1964. The first fight between Muhammad Ali, then known as Cassius Clay, and Sonny Liston took place on February 25th, 1964. This bout was for the World Heavyweight Championship and is one of the most iconic fights in boxing history. Cassius Clay was a significant underdog, with Liston being the reigning champion and considered one of the most intimidating fighters of his time. Clay used his speed and agility to outmaneuver Liston, who struggled to land his powerful punches. In the 5th round, Clay experienced a mysterious issue with his eyes, believed to be caused by a substance on Liston's gloves. Despite this, he managed to recover and continue fighting. At the end of the 6th round, Liston, unable to answer the bell for the 7th round, quit on his stool, citing a shoulder injury. Clay's victory was a major upset, and he famously declared, "I am the greatest," after the fight. Number 7, Wladimir Klitschko vs. Cory Sanders, March 8th, 2003. The fight between Wladimir Klitschko and Cory Sanders took place on March 8th, 2003 at the Prusik Arena in Hanover, Germany. This bout was for the WBO Heavyweight Championship and is remembered as one of the most shocking upsets in boxing history. Cory Sanders was a significant underdog going into the fight, while Klitschko was the reigning champion and heavily favored to win. In the first round, Sanders stunned Klitschko with a powerful left hook, knocking him down twice. Sanders continued his aggressive assault in the 2nd round, knocking Klitschko down 2 more times before the referee stopped the fight, resulting in a 2nd round TKO victory for Sanders. This loss was a major setback for Klitschko, who had been on a dominant run prior to this fight. Number 6, Sugar Ray Leonard vs. Marvin Hagler, April 6, 1987. The fight between Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard took place on April 6, 1987 at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. This bout, known as the Super Fight, was for the WBC and the Ring Middleweight titles and is one of the most controversial and talked about fights in boxing history. Sugar Ray Leonard came out of retirement to challenge Hagler, who was the reigning middleweight champion. Leonard used his speed, movement, and flashy combinations to outbox Hagler, particularly in the early rounds. Hagler, known for his aggressive southpaw style, style, surprisingly started the fight in an orthodox stance, which many believe cost him the early rounds. The fight went the full 12 rounds, with Leonard employing a strategy of flurrying in the last 30 seconds of each round to catch the judges' eyes. The bout ended in a split decision victory for Leonard, which remains highly debated among boxing fans and analysts. Number 5. George Foreman vs. Michael Moorer, November 5th, 1994. And that knocked Moorer out, making Foreman the oldest heavyweight champion in history. This victory was a major upset and earned Foreman the Ring Magazine Knockout of the Year award for 1994. Number 4. Evander Holyfield vs. Mike Tyson, November 9th, 1996. The first fight between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield took place on November the 9th, 1996 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. This bout was for the WBA Heavyweight Championship and was highly anticipated, billed as finally. Evander Holyfield was considered an underdog going into the fight, with many expecting Tyson to dominate. Holyfield used his superior strategy, strength, and counter-punching skills to neutralize Tyson's power and aggression. In the 6th round, Holyfield scored a knockdown. The fight was intense and physical, with Holyfield surviving 2 accidental headbutts that caused cuts on Tyson. Holyfield won the fight by TKO in the 11th round, shocking the world. Number 3. Hasim Rahman vs. Lennox Lewis, April 22nd, 2001. The first fight between Lennox Lewis and Hasim Rahman took place on April 22, 2001 at the Carnival City Casino in Brakpan, South Africa. This fight, billed as Thunder in Africa, was for the DBC, IBF, and IBO heavyweight titles, and is remembered as one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. Lennox Lewis was the reigning champion and a heavy favorite, while Rahman was a 20-1 underdog. The fight was competitive in the early rounds, with Lewis slightly ahead on the judges' scorecards. In the 5th round, Rahman landed a powerful overhand right that knocked Lewis out, resulting in a 5th round KO victory for Rahman. This knockout was named the Upset of the Year by Ring Magazine. Number 2. Andy Ruiz Jr. vs. Anthony Joshua, June 1st, 2019. The first fight between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr. took place on June 1st, 2019 at Madison Square Garden in New York City for the WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight titles, and is remembered as one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. Andy Ruiz Jr. was a late replacement for Jarrell Miller. Joshua, the undefeated champion, was a heavy favorite, while Ruiz was considered a significant underdog. In the 3rd round, Joshua knocked Ruiz down, but Ruiz quickly recovered and knocked Joshua down twice in the same round. Ruiz continued to apply pressure, knocking Joshua down 2 more times in the 7th round before the referee stopped the fight, resulting in a 7th round TKO victory for Ruiz. This victory made Ruiz the first Mexican-American heavyweight champion in history. Number 1. Buster Douglas vs. Mike Tyson, February 11th, 1990. The fight between Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas took place on February 11th, 1990 at the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan. This bout is widely regarded as one of the biggest upsets in sports history. Mike Tyson was the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion and a heavy favorite, while Douglas was a 42-1 underdog. Douglas fought with determination and skill, using his jab and movement to outbox Tyson. In the 8th round, Tyson knocked Douglas down, but Douglas recovered and continued to fight back. In the 10th round, Douglas landed a powerful combination that knocked Tyson out, resulting in a 10th round KO victory for Douglas. This victory shocked the world and ended Tyson's reign as the undisputed heavyweight champion. Douglas's win is celebrated as a testament to perseverance and the unpredictability of boxing. This fight remains a classic example of an underdog triumphing against the odds.